there's two big things, right? I come from an immigrant family. Parents are Guatemalan. Came out here undocumented, and they made it happen for me and let me have my education. But at the same time, they had to have these terrible ass jobs when I was growing up, and part of those were working at the carpet plant. So, shout out Shaw, who treats people like shit. Shout out Mohawk, who does the same thing.
So, treat people like shit, as in.
Here we go.
It's okay, bro. Chill. It's not that serious.
Something about drinking a challenge just tastes a whole lot better.
But honestly, though, look at us and look at y'all.
Finally, finally you're here.
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
Where are you at?
I had to defend. I had to go defend.
You had to defend yourself?
Yeah, you know, man.
What do you have in there? What did you bring What'd you bring a briefcase for?
I just gotta get a couple essentials though.
All right, what you got? Okay.
Oh, you got an IPA. Okay,
all right.
Yeah, but just a couple essentials. Nothing crazy.
I feel like we're doing like what is in your bag haul right now with you.
Real quick, do the intro real quick, George.
Oh, yo, hey, welcome back to Stanley Leone Boys. It's your boy Griffin.
Que lo que mi gente is your favorite top chef, the one, the only que el Bing.
You did win the best cook last night. Yeah. Hello, my name is Adon. Baza will be here shortly. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend. And today, personal injury lawyer, as far as whether you're looking for a car accident or a personal lawsuit or work injuries, we have the man himself, Cesar. How you doing today, brother?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm waiting for George to unpack his stuff.
Oh, you have $30,000 in there?
Hey, man, you might have won.
Do you guys mind if I read you an insert from the dictionary?
Yeah, why do you have a dictionary on you? In case you forget some words?
Decided. Defined and unmistakable.
Okay.
Decided.
Solid.
All right, man.
There you go.
So, oh man, I have so many questions to start. But before I get more into like you and the lawyer part, like a little bit about you personally.
Okay.
So you said you're originally from Calhoun.
That's right.
Right. And then so what made you want to be a lawyer? What made you think? Because I think a lawyer, it's years of school, right?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy to me, and like. So why like go through all of that to, I mean, obviously the outcome's good, right? Money's good and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, so, well, yeah, decide your decision on becoming a lawyer.
All right, so there's two big things, right? So I come from an immigrant family. My parents are Guatemalan.
Oh, okay.
Came out here undocumented, and they made it happen for me and let me have my education. But at the same time, they had to have these terrible ass jobs when I was growing up, and part of those were working at the carpet plant. So shout out Shaw, who treats people like shit. Shout out Mohawk, who does the same thing. All right.
It's actually a good thing you mentioned that.
I worked in those plants too, and I know they treat people badly. And I hate, here we go. I don't know if they're their sponsors or what.
They're not.
It's actually, no, my brother used to work there. I just have his.
You got a certificate? What's a certificate for?
Powered industrial truck.
He's certified.
So treat people like shit, as in.
Like if one Ramirez comes in, another Ramirez is come out. One Orante's coming in, another Orante's going to come out.
Just a number.
It doesn't matter, right? So somebody gets hurt, they don't really care if that person gets better, and then they don't pay him enough. There's bad working conditions, and now it's gotten better. But when we moved out here in '96, it was worse. So that's one of the big things that made me do it. Plus, when I worked at Shaw in these smaller carpet plants growing up when I was in school, I was like, man, got to do something about that.
Yeah, because you don't want to be, another one to the system, another one just in the factory. But I have to, playing devil's advocate, and looking into like the business side of it, you have to be just a number in order for them to make money and profit, right?
Do you?
So, I mean.
Oh yeah. Do you? Or what?
Dude, you a lawyer?
I'm just saying.
But what do you think is the best way though? Like what do you think is a solution?
Because, as a business owner, you want to make, the profit, but you also want to take care of your employees. Like, where's the medium? Where's your cutoff? Like, what is fair, I guess?
I certainly get what you're talking about. There has to be a cost-benefit analysis of what's better for the employee versus what's better for the business. But, like, man, they're people, though.
Absolutely.
Like, if somebody cuts off your hand, don't go out there and then try to make them come back to work after a month. And that's what I mean. Sometimes that happens. Or if they get hurt at work and then they can't work anymore and then, like, okay, bye. Like, come on now, try to treat your people better. And I get it. They have to do production. Like, somebody has to creel, somebody has to do the coder, somebody has to do the lift truck. I get it. I get all that, right? But you can still treat people like people, And it's not just, and I know I named the carpet plants because that's my experience, but, it's all over Georgia, all these industries, the poultry industry in Gainesville do the same thing.
Because I mean, I'll say it's bad, and even when like a death in a family, like you get a week off. I'm like, so you just need a week to grieve. You know, I mean, like it's, I don't know. So what do you think is something fair then? What sounds like a good? We say just treat them like people. Elaborate on that.
Okay, I'll give you an example. So in workers' comp, if you get hurt at work, everybody talks about, okay, you're gonna get medical treatment. Okay, yeah, you're gonna get medical treatment, but what about the weekly check you have to get once you're staying home because you can't work, right? How much do you guys think it is? How much do you get per week?
For workers' comp?
$600.
$400.
All right, yeah, which is pretty good, right? So it's about $750 right now a week. But what if you're making $2,000 a week? Right?
And then you go down to $750.
It doesn't. They don't.
That's the max. That's the max.
Really?
That you can get. Some people get less than that because what you get is 2/3 of what you're actually making. Right? So that's what I'm saying. But that's nothing to do with Shaw. That's nothing to do with Mohawk directly. That's the legislature that's making those laws. But guess who's convincing these people?
Big wig companies.
There you go.
Holy shit.
You talked about
That's why I brought y'all here today.
Like this guy here.
you talked about not paying them enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this post the other day on Twitter that was like, you know,
X.
yeah, that.
It's called
Yeah.
X now.
X and XX.
Yeah, that
No.
Oh yeah, they changed the name again.
X.
yeah, that
And XX.
Walmart is not paying, like they don't pay people enough.
No, they don't.
And then I saw a comment under it that it was like, well, how much does it really cost to get somebody to stock a shelf?
Mm-hmm.
You know? So to you, what do you think is like, because people say, oh, $16 an hour is enough. But I feel like enough just depends on kind of your living circumstances.
Yeah. So they always talk about adjusting for cost of living, you know? Like in Dalton, maybe it's not as expensive as much as to live in Atlanta or in DC or whatever. You know, that's a big ass question. I'm not prepared to answer for that.
Yeah. Because
I'm
I
not
think,
running for a senator right now. But but I agree with
Yeah.
what the guy was saying though. Like you gotta pay people more, right?
Yeah.
We gotta protect our workers. You know, even though I came on up and I'm glad I made it out the working class, doesn't mean I don't remember where I came from, you know? People have to, you know.
yeah, because like
Make
me,
it
right?
living.
Making $16 an hour, I could pay my bills, right? Because I'm just a single dude. I'm living by myself. But like, there's
Single?
people, huh?
You're single?
Yeah.
And a dude.
Yes.
And the dude,
But there's people that don't, you know, that can't do the same thing with a check than me because they have kids and, you know, they have higher things. So I think it's one of those things where it's like, you know, minimum wage works for some people, but for some people it just doesn't.
you know, I'm gonna push back on you. I don't think minimum wage works for anybody.
Yeah.
Just because you're surviving doesn't mean you're doing anything other than that. Right?
You're not living.
You're not living.
I mean,
you know?
kind of like bringing up like the immigrant parents and everything. I mean, they don't have that. I guess like schooling. They don't have like any kind of anything. So like they kind of have to, you know, get whatever they can get.
100%.
And like for example, like my parents, they both retired now. They both worked at Mohawk their whole lives.
Mhm.
So like my parents moved over here when I was 8 months. My mom literally has a plaque for 30 years working at Mohawk. And
Pat in the back.
yeah, that's it. They gave her a rocking chair when she left and
Qué bonito.
$50 gift card.
Yo, nice ass
$50?
rocking chair though.
Yeah.
$50
Cracker
gift
Barrel
card.
one.
And
It literally is.
she barely used it the other day. Probably been retired for like a couple months now. It had $38 on it. Didn't even have the $50 in it. And yeah, and that was it. They gave her a little certificate, basically a little piece of paper saying, "Hey, congratulations, you made it for 30 years."
Your mom gave it to me.
But my mom made, I think
Master safety
my mom was making like $15 an hour for 30 years. And like,
30 years, imagine.
yeah.
$15 30 years ago was all right. That's when my parents made. They had
Well, I
me.
mean, it was less back then, but
yeah.
But when she retired, it was like $15.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
And first I have to say, you have a very like, I don't know, lawyer, just like, you know.
Do I? I look stiff as hell.
I know, not like,
I
just
drink a couple beers.
No,
with you.
just like a well-educated.
that and like almost, I want to say almost like confrontational, not confrontational, but just like not there. Is that something you get from being a lawyer, or is that something you've always had?
Oh, that question everything.
You
Shit.
know what I mean? That like just very like, and when you say shit, you say it like you like
With
you're
confidence. Like, you're not
you know what I'm saying?
scared.
There's no like, you're not second guessing anything.
Well, hopefully it doesn't, come off as
No,
off-putting or
I
nothing.
know, I
but,
think it
you know,
works.
part of that, I think, is you gotta. You want a shy lawyer? Do you want a timid lawyer? You really
Hell
don't.
no.
Right?
Yeah.
Give me
You
the
want-
guy. Object.
So yeah,
That's what I mean.
exactly. So that's kind of the things you kind of get used to doing that. When I remember I first came out the law school, I was like, not sure what to say.
Right.
Should I say this? Should I say that? So I think it's part of it.
Something you learn, like comes with the trade.
Yeah.
So describe to me, so how, at what age you decided you were going to be a lawyer?
All right. So I was in school. I went to school to play soccer.
As we all did.
As we all did.
We all had soccer dreams
Exactly.
that failed.
I did.
Exactly.
You never had soccer dreams?
I was gonna be a
Not
basketball player, but then I remembered I'm 5'6", so yeah.
Well, yeah.
5'7".
I played soccer all my life, so I was good enough to get a scholarship, so I went out there. But I didn't really wasn't trying in school. I was just like, I'm gonna be out here drinking a lot, just doing whatever, but not going to school. But I still kept my GPA pretty much up. And then I took a poli-sci class, and I loved that part. And I decided, okay, what can I do with this? And I ended up going to law school. Why? Basically, nerd way. I love doing research. I love writing. I love talking shit. I love talking to people, being confrontational, giving my opinion out. I love doing that stuff. So it's perfect for me on that part. But at the same time, I was able to help people and still am. So it was kind of like best of both worlds for me. I kind of lucked out because people don't like their jobs. I love it.
That's good. Mm-hmm. What did it say? You
like
know,
you guys, you probably love doing this stuff.
Oh God, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
So sometimes the hangovers get to us, but other than that, it's a
I
good
mean, I
time.
just can't keep drinking like this every day.
But so you have to get a degree first and then go into law school.
Yeah, you got to have an undergrad. Most people
anything? Or-
you could do anything. Literally anything. You don't have to have pre-law like people say. You don't have to do that. Get your 4-year degree, or if it takes you 5, 6, whatever, get it done.
I was like a super senior, bro. When I was in there, that was just for the associates.
You were Snoop Dogg in that one movie, Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah.
So then you go to law school. How many times do you take the bar?
So I only took it once. But 3 years in school, took it once. But I gotta be honest, I was burnt out.
I asked that to every lawyer that I get. Yeah. Right on the bat.
Does it matter?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you. It's a P or F.
Oh, no,
You
man,
don't have
I've
to
been
get
to
A.
a couple bars in my life.
I've seen you spit a couple bars too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, who has the best flow?
Oh,
this
Don
guy.
for sure.
This
Don
guy.
for sure. Don just raps like The Rock. You ever heard that song with The Rock?
It's about drive. It's about power. We
Like
just
that.
hungry. We devour. Very like strong man rap. You know, like you're probably gonna lift some weights that song. And
Love
then, so how
You
long?
look like a buff car salesman.
Thank you. Can I interest you in a used 2003 Nissan Altima?
Yeah, it's always like a small ass car. You're
Man.
trying to get in there and shit to show it to me.
Man, you look like you just got out of jail and you just had to like go to a court date.
Please keep going. Keep going. Keep insulting me, dude.
You look like you're a PE coach
Thank you, George.
and you fuck men.
Yeah.
So so how long is law school?
3 years.
Really?
It's 3 years.
I could have swore it was longer.
No, so you
Everybody
get
makes
7
it
years.
seem like it's long.
Yeah,
time.
7 years is a long time.
We
I
just
went
all
from
realized we
18
could've gone to
7
law
years is a
school.
long time.
No, I'm gonna be a lawyer tomorrow, man. Shit.
Yeah, well, I guess, seven,
tough,
7
though.
years altogether, right? So,
18
yeah,
to 25 was broke. That sucks being broke at
How'd
21,
you
22.
do it? What were we doing? Were you still, while in school, were you living on campus? Were you living at home? Were you living?
In school, in undergrad, I was living on campus, but law school, I lived off campus. But
Where'd you go to
student
law
loans,
school?
Faulkner University in Montgomery. Still have some loans for that shit. Almost paid off, but
I think we might have to bleep that out, brother.
I don't care.
Falcon? It just sounds too
No,
much like
it's-
it sounds too much like another word.
Nah, don't bleep it
It's
out.
just
Repping out here.
it's a couple of vowels away from being something else, you know.
What's something else?
Falcon. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
Atlanta Falcons.
It's almost like you're saying the F word with an accent. Falcon.
Do I sound like I'm from country? Country?
No, I don't get. Yeah,
I feel like everybody here sounds the same.
Yeah.
Like people
that's
say like,
true.
"Oh, you sound like you're from Murray County." Like to me, it's like that sounds exactly like.
Yeah,
Darlington.
yeah.
I mean, what is it? It's like 15-minute, away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does change though, man.
Think
That's
so?
it. You could tell when somebody walks in here and they're from Murray County.
No, like I guess like within like a couple minutes, like hours probably. Like
Like Atlanta?
yeah, like people from Atlanta, and like the other day I had to go to like Maryville, Tennessee, and it's like 2 hours away. There's fucking Amish people out there, like
Lock it.
pulling buggies and everything, like horses and everything.
That's mad.
That's only 2 hours away, but like you don't think like
Guess how much they save on gas though.
yeah, probably a lot.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, you gotta pay to feed
No
the
car
horse.
accidents though, man.
Oh,
They ain't never gonna hit me up.
What takes longer, you think, to feed a horse or to pump gas in a car? Right? That's a great question.
That is a
Feed
good
a
question.
horse.
How much a horse is eating out here?
A lot.
Costs
Really?
a lot of money for a horse
They-
though.
I mean, they big ass animals. They pulling shit.
And
They
you
gotta
gotta
eat.
figure out what to do with the horse when it dies.
You gotta buy a
eat
new
it.
horse.
Where do you bury a horse? And do you do it by yourself or do you call a couple friends?
Horse meat got to be good.
Oh, you
right?
gotta call the cops. You gotta call the cops if your horse dies.
So
Game-
tell me,
game warning.
tell me after graduating, like what's like, do you work with for a company? Because now you're independent, right?
Yeah, I'm on my own now. Got
Yeah.
my own business.
So do you go in? You work for a company, and how was like your first case, your first time getting into your office, just that whole experience?
Okay. So I don't have a glamorous story on that. 2011 is when I graduated. I don't know how old you guys are.
Damn.
That's when we graduated high school,
There
brother.
you go, bro.
2012.
And the recession was hitting. Like, nah, you ain't no jobs anywhere. So I came back here. I ended up working at a small firm that had its offices in Rome, Calhoun, Dalton. Walked in and making jack nothing for money.
Injury as well?
Nah, they did bankruptcy and all kinds of other stuff. I didn't start doing this until maybe 2 years later when I moved to Atlanta. Yeah. But my first case, it was in magistrate court, I think in Cartersville. What was going on? This lady, they didn't pay her money or something like that. I had to go get it for her.
Do they so like they hit the company up directly, and then like they assign whoever to it?
Okay, so that does. Okay, all right. Let me back up. So let's say for me, my example, right? I have my own law firm, so they'll call me up. My assistant answers the phone, blah blah blah. She'll screen it for me, and it's like then I'll talk to them, like if it's a good case or not, right? But if I had another attorney work for me, I can give that person money, and I'll pay that person a salary. That person's called an associate. So I was doing that at first. So it comes to the firm. But the reason why people go out on their own like I did is because now all of a sudden I'm starting getting cases on my own, and I don't want to give a cut to anybody. So I'm like, I'm not going to get this guy cut, so I'm just going to do it on my own. So that's what ended up happening.
But
Plus, I don't like getting told
when you
what
work
to
in a
do.
bigger law firm, you have to give the law firm a cut.
Yeah, so there's two types of kind of law firms. There's defense side law firms or plaintiff side law firms. So either you're suing or you're defending. So if you work for a defense firm or these big firms, then it's mostly you're representing companies like Walmart, Shaw, whatever, and they'll get a salary. But on my end, we charge by percentage of what we get. So it's different. So I represent individuals. They usually represent companies.
So you said your first case was a lady that didn't get paid for something?
I think that's what happened. It's been so long. And the magistrate court, you know what magistrate court is?
Yeah.
All right, so you go to small claims court. I went up there and I had like one witness. Ended up winning that case. But I didn't get to go to court until much later after that.
So then I guess like you're not just set to like you can be a lawyer for anything, right? Like,
Anything you want to do.
Like,
I kind of fell into this a little bit because I really wanted to do was more labor and employment stuff, like directly dealing with like how do I make situations better for the working class people here and other industries. But I fell into it. But you can pick whatever you want. You can do entertainment law, horse law.
Law?
So say if we caught a RICO charge right now, you could defend us.
Technically,
That's an ongoing case, George. You can't comment on that.
No, but we just need a new lawyer.
I've done DUIs too.
Okay.
I got off people on DUIs.
What is the art of getting somebody off on a DUI?
So
Because I feel
this
like
is not legal advice, whatever
Nah,
it is.
Yeah, entertainment purposes only.
Hypothetical
But the thing is, like when you
I have a friend that only drives when he's drunk.
huh?
Yeah.
The first thing is don't
he
get
likes
caught,
wearing
right?
he likes wearing red ties.
he calls it,
like
he
a
calls it
PE teacher.
driving
He
juice.
said it doesn't feel the same being sober behind the wheel.
I would say don't blow in the breathalyzer. Don't take the thing.
I heard that.
But you'll lose your license, but you might not. The thing is, they have to have evidence to convict you, right? If you don't give them evidence, then you don't do anything. He's looking it up in the dictionary, if I'm right or not.
Because then, hold on, real quick, let me just. Don't.
That checks out. That checks out.
Because I heard that because they don't have, because other than that, it's just speculation.
Exactly.
Right? You're just
There's
going
no
off
evidence.
of, whatever.
This is
your
real.
peer.
I will give you real advice. Like if you give a traffic, like a police officer stops you, like you're basically going to confess everything you do. So how fast were you going? You automatically say, "Oh, I'm
Fast
going
as hell.
75." So they're like, "Oh, you already lied. You already told on yourself." So you're like, "Oh no, I'd rather not answer that question. How can I help you, officer?" So just keep answering question with question.
I had a
Question master.
Yeah.
yeah, I got a racing ticket probably like a couple years back.
You win though.
The race. Did you
No,
win the race?
that's the thing. That's the thing. I wasn't even racing. I wasn't even racing. But yeah, like the cop who pulled me over, he just said that fighting for the lead is racing, and like I had a Charger at the time.
Fighting for the lead.
Yeah, so like you can go above speed limit, under speed limit, as long as you and another car are like fighting like
Yeah, dang.
to get the lead. they'll
didn't
give you a
even know
ticket. Yeah, I didn't.
That's mad. Imagine racing somebody, but you're gonna race, but just don't go over the speed limit.
And like
bro.
the thing is, like,
What kind of pussy ass race is this?
but like having like a kind of like having like a sports car, like people like with other sports cars pull up on you and like do shit. And like this time I wasn't even like I was just going home. And
In a Ferrari though.
and like that shit happened and they got me just literally down the road from me. And I went to court. I went to go fight it, and I paid $300 for the ticket. And the reason I didn't get any points on my license, I also went to the defensive driving class, but they never. He said that he got me going over the speed limit. And I asked him, I was like, "Yo, what was the speed limit?" I was like, "Check that shit real quick," and they couldn't. And like the guy was like, and also too, I'm pretty sure if I would have sat there and kind of like fought a little bit harder, I probably didn't have to pay anything. But the guys were like, "How much money you got on you right now?" And I was like,
The judge?
Yeah, because I went to yeah, it was
What kind of ghetto ass court is this?
How much?
shit.
What you got in your pockets? We'll call it square. We'll call it square.
It was weird because it wasn't some guy's backyard.
No, like, cause you go to the court and like you can go talk to the main judge and like have like another room to the side. And you can talk to
The prosecutor.
yeah, but it's I forgot the
Solicitor?
Yeah, there you go. You can talk to the solicitor and like you kind of tell him what's going on and like he's just like, you know what, man, I like you. How much? What's in your pockets? And I was like, I got a couple hundred. And he's like,
I should have
"Alright."
said $50.
Not me.
I got some marble reds.
But like in my head, I was like,
Head
I'm
him over.
gonna take like I was like, I'm gonna take $200-$300 with me just in case because I mean that's what I figured the ticket would be.
What's next?
And that's what he said. He's like, yo, pay a couple $100 for the ticket. We will put it on your record, do this defensive driving class, and you good.
Yeah. I would have charged you $1,500 for that.
You're way better off paying that ticket, brother.
But I mean, it's just like, I don't know, man. I just feel like they don't really know what they're doing out here. As long as like you just like you bullshit better than they bullshit you, I feel like you can get out
To
of
a
a lot
certain
of shit.
extent, that's 100% true. Because they're assuming that you're scared enough to like confess all this shit.
Anything. Yeah. Bro, I watch a lot of breakdowns of interrogation videos.
Do you? That's what you do in your spare time?
I do. Like, you know, if I
Why are you shocked by that? Look at this guy.
if I have a long drive or whatever. Like, if you're so confrontational, dude.
Damn, my bad.
No, you're good. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it just doesn't like getting put on the spot like that.
But so, and then it's funny because they say automatically, you know, don't say anything without a lawyer. And because they go through like all of the situation, they say, and because it's a breakdown where like an analyst, a psychologist, and like an attorney will like, they'll like do voiceovers of it. And I'm like, right here, you notice that that he said this, so that's incriminating himself in that or whatever. And just the point is, I'm like, bro, just like the first thing you say is like, dude, don't say anything.
Yep.
Get a lawyer.
I think
And
it's just
it's
getting-
valid, bro.
Getting put in like a high like stress situation, you don't know what to do, so you just start fucking
And,
talking.
and then it's funny, they'll go through the techniques that the cops are using, the detectives are using. I'm like, they're being nice, dude. They're, you know, making you feel comfortable. Even like from like the way they're sitting and the way they position you in the room, the way they like, they'll leave you in the room by yourself for like, you know, an hour to like 2 hours. So you're like, you start getting, what's going on?
Nervous,
I'm like,
yeah.
Then you go in there and I'm like, hey, you know, is everything okay? You want some food? You want some Chinese?
Yeah,
You
sometimes
know?
they're nice to you. So they're like,
Some
oh,
Chinese.
this guy can't like be an asshole because he's being nice to me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it tricks your mind.
And they always say, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to look, let me help you. Like, but I got to know the truth. Otherwise I can't help you. And it's just fucking lies. dude.
100% lies. It's not illegal to lie to you. That's what people don't understand. Whatever it takes
So
to get your ass to confess.
So during the interrogation, if a cop's like, hey, I'm just trying to help you out, then technically that's a lie.
They don't matter. It could lie to you.
Oh, what if you ask?
As long as you do the Miranda. If they do your Miranda and you say, I want a lawyer, then they're supposed to stop talking to you.
Okay.
That's what they say that, yeah.
And they get pissed too when you say you want a lawyer. Yeah.
So
So
the first
they make it
48
seem like, I'm like, oh, so you're guilty. That's what you want to go ahead. I'm like, all
no,
right.
I'm trying to help you out, brother. I'm trying to help you
Well,
out.
Good luck, because you're staying the night in jail.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, what the fuck, man? Sorry, what were you saying?
The first 48. That's why they're always like really like pressured into like finding who it did it in the first like 48 hours. Because after that, they're fucking they can get out of it.
Oh, really? I never understood that. I just thought like I thought it was like 48 hours and they give up, like looking for the person.
So back to the DUI thing. So he said don't blow on the breathalyzer.
Yeah, or the test, whatever you call it.
The
Oh, even
sobriety test.
the walking thing.
I wouldn't do
anything.
any of that. If I ever, not that I do this, Mom, but if I ever can drive, nah, I'm not doing any of that.
But then
Because
they'll take you straight. They'll take you straight to jail.
They'll
Then,
take
right?
you to jail. They might get you on something else, but they'll take your license though. They'll take your license for I think a year, but like it's up to you. Want to get a DUI or you want to not have a license for a year?
Yeah. Because
I'm not saying that's the only way you can get out of it, but I'm saying that's the less evidence you give them. So that's the thing. Give them less evidence to convict you of a DUI.
How do you how does it go about like when they put like a breathalyzer in your car to turn it on? Like how do people get that? Like because they're still driving or like
You want one?
no.
Make
But
sure.
I can't control myself. I need one of those.
No, but like,
I'm gonna kill myself if I don't get
it's
one.
like the I guess like the severity of like other people's like DUIs. Like some people lose their license, some people are able to drive, some people get completely out of it, but then some people gotta like blow in the breathalyzer, turn the car on.
All up to the judge and the prosecutor, solicitor, whatever the punishment you have.
Right.
Sometimes they can get leniency or something. Whatever. It just depends whatever your lawyer hooks you up with.
Because I used to work with a guy, he had like 6 DUIs back to back, and he had a breathalyzer in his car, but he got other people to blow on the breathalyzer and turn his car on.
The will is the way.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at now. Hopefully he's better.
I don't think you go better from that. I think.
Well, there's only one way. Is he's either up, maybe. So then working there, and as you said, it was like a bankruptcy.
They did bankruptcy. What else did they do? I don't know. That's all I remember.
How does bankruptcy work? Like just a quick rundown.
2 types of bankruptcy generally for consumers, which is us. Chapter 7, Chapter 13, I think. Chapter 7 is where you lose everything except for your car and your house, and you have to pay everything off, I think. And I think Chapter 13, don't quote me on this, is where you keep most everything except for all your debts, like credit card debt, and you have to pay monthly or something like that. That's a big difference. It's been so long, 12 years.
Yeah.
But that's the rundown.
So basically bankruptcy, because I know nothing about it. This is somebody that knows nothing. Basically that means I have a bunch of debt and I can't pay the debt off.
Exactly.
So basically I hire a lawyer to make the debt go away.
Well, you have to hire a lawyer to convince the judge that you should be allowed to get rid of your debt. So you can't just go up and run a huge debt. And go up and go, no, I don't want it anymore. I'm going to get rid of it. No, the judge, you have to convince the judge that you should be allowed to get rid of that debt. Yeah. To a certain extent. You still have to pay. They'll check how much money you have in your accounts, whether you have a house, how many cars you have. And then you get to keep one car, 2 maybe. If you're married.
Do you get to keep your house?
You get to keep your house, your primary residence for the most part.
Okay.
But you have multiple homes, they'll have to sell those.
But then a good bit of your debt goes away.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
So how does...
It's like a lump sum thing?
Depends, right? If you're Chapter 7, you can do it that way. If you're Chapter 13, I think it's 13, I can't remember. You pay a monthly thing, and over time, once you complete those payments, then it goes away.
But how about like these billionaires that are billionaires and then file bankruptcy, but they're still billionaires? How does that work?
So now those kind of people, they don't have regular accounts. So they have trusts, they have businesses. So those businesses actually go into bankruptcy, and their personal income is shielded from all that. For the most
So we
part.
can file bankruptcy here.
Yeah,
At SOB Studios.
And it won't fuck us up.
Well, as long as you don't commingle funds and all that stuff.
Oh, there's a bunch of...
Oh, I'm skimming a little bit of the top.
There you go.
This whole thing is a money laundering scheme. This whole thing.
And that's why we actually asked you to come on to we need advice. We're sinking fast.
So what was some other cases you were doing there? And how long were you with that?
I was
that
there for like
company?
a year, I think, or 2. They wanted me to do immigration cases too, which I enjoyed a lot. I really like helping people with immigration, but from a personal standpoint, I couldn't do it because immigration, you have to say a lot of no. There's a lot of people who are undocumented, don't have a way to actually get their papers. Come on, they seem either go get married.
Yeah.
That's a lot of things. Most of the time, you can tell people, which I hated.
Yeah,
I hate when
but
people
it's
bad news,
it's,
and you had to charge them for the consultation, $100, $200.
Just tell 'em
Oh, by
no.
the way, slip me the 100 before you leave.
Yeah.
Like I can't like.
And I feel like a lot of immigration lawyers get a bad rep because of that.
But it's not the lawyer. It's like
Yeah,
the
it's the
facts.
law.
It's a fact, you know.
But I mean, you tell them the consultation fee before they get there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like for me, from a personal standpoint, I couldn't do it. I'm like, I couldn't do it. I didn't like that part of it.
Yeah.
Like, but I love the hell out of suing these insurance companies because the insurance company is the one giving me money. Not the
Big
clients.
companies.
Yes.
You're like modern day Robin Hood.
There you go.
Martin.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it feels. I
Thanks.
know what you mean, man. Because it feels like just taking money from like a person just feels like dirty a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
It only felt that way for me because I could see my mom, my dad, my cousin, my tia on the other side.
Especially
asking
relate
me,
to them more.
and they relate to them more. And like, oh, by the way, you know, leave the hundreds at the receptionist before you leave. But whenever you do a good case and you can help them out, it is more rewarding for sure.
And like, do you
Nah,
Keep going.
Are you writing raps?
Go ahead.
I can read it from here. You're literally writing raps.
It's just bars, dude.
You said 1, 2 into the 4. That's Snoop Dogg.
So do you get more excited over like I guess like more challenging cases than like just like the clean, easy in and out. Like you already know you can win it.
Yeah, most of the time you get hit, rear-ended at a stop sign. Okay,
Pretty easy shutting
easy
case.
stuff. Some of the ones
Easy
are more complicated. Like what's the most recent one? Put me on a spot here. A lot of times people don't have insurance, right? Or el tía le prestó el carro a fulano de tal. Oh, my insurance is in somebody else's name. And then you have to go track those people down. That's a little bit more exciting. But to be honest, though, like from a business standpoint, give me them easy ones,
Yeah.
But can I take the hard ones? Yeah. It's not that it's harder. You just have to do a little bit more digging.
Yeah.
But it does kind of break up the monotony sometimes.
You said earlier that whenever you get calls and like you screen them, like if it's a good case, you take it. If it's a bad case, you won't. What makes a good case? What makes a bad case?
If it's your fault, it's automatically a bad case. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I was in a car accident. Oh, where are you?" Like, yeah, I hit somebody. I was like, "Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
I can't help you with that."
What if like they slammed on their brakes really fast? Like they brake checked me because I was tailgating them.
I had people say where it wasn't my fault because somebody else did something. I had to move out the way, and because I moved out the way, I hit somebody else.
Oh, because you swerved like whatever.
Yeah, and that might be right? So it's not actually that person's fault. It's the other person's fault in front. But how am I gonna
Prove that.
exactly?
Yeah, because those are the hard cases, right? When it's just like he said, she said.
Yeah,
You
there
know?
you go.
What about dash cams? You like dash cams more?
Yeah, I don't have a dash cam,
but
but I would say
You
get a
should
dash
get one.
cam.
Yeah, you should get one, man.
Yeah, I would say get one.
We'll get you one, brother. We'll get
Yeah,
you
hook
one.
it up. You have a sponsor?
Oh, we have a dash cam guy. Yeah.
Go dash cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think dash cams are good, except that, the more evidence they have against you, let's say you do drive drunk, now all of a sudden you have your own dash cam.
Oh, it could work against you too.
But would it? So I guess say in that case, right? Like
Just quit driving drunk, George.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's literally,
You
we
have
have
a problem.
We have a solution to this. You're trying to get around it so much.
Could they? No, but
Call
like,
Uber.
Man, I just want to know is why can't we drive drunk anymore? But in that case, like, do they forcefully get that like footage out of it?
100%. Yeah. You file a lawsuit,
Yeah,
you
'cause
can
then
get
you're-
almost anything you want.
Yeah, you're in a legal case.
Because then it's
Yeah.
something, it's something tampering with evidence at that point, right?
Yeah. So one of the first things we do when you not even file a lawsuit, when you get a case, you send a letter out to anybody you want to and say, hey, don't destroy evidence. No, none of it. And they're not supposed to. Do they? Yeah. But they're not supposed to, right? Yeah. So you'll get that letter and you'll know you can't destroy that. But everything's on the cloud now, right? So you have the dash cam, it'll probably be on Amazon server somewhere.
Everybody got Snapchat.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of like maybe a case that you had that they tampered with the evidence?
Mostly, and not that they tamper, is that you don't get it, right? Because it takes a long time for them to get it. And that happens to me more when I do workers' comp stuff. So, for example, Shaw, like how many cameras are there on Shaw? Let me stop picking on Shaw. Let me pick on
fuck Shaw, dude.
Let me pick on Kroger, for example. Kroger will have cameras everywhere, right? And I had a slip and fall, and I'm like, oh, give me the camera for the front where they fell at, and then like I won't get it for a long time. It takes forever. So they don't tamper with it necessarily, but it takes you so long to get it.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, why? Just because
they don't want you to see it. They just don't want you to see it because they might be like, boom, the smoking gun, and then like you win. Yeah, and they might say, oh, I'll offer you some more money before you get the video. And some people will take it though, right? Even if I tell my client, like, you probably shouldn't take it, we'll probably get more. They're like, how much? Give me that. Some people will do that. And I'm like, okay, it's your case.
Yeah, it's true because then they can like give them like hush money.
Exactly.
Under the table.
Yeah.
Or
How frustrating is that though?
I
mean, because
I used
you're
to
still
get
getting paid, right?
Yeah, I used to get frustrated, but like at the end of the day, it's the happy client.
Yeah.
They're satisfied.
I'm like, yo, as long as you understand, like,
Yeah.
But we could do.
Yeah, if you want to take 100K instead of $1 million, that's on you, brother.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't say that. No. It won't be that big of a difference, bro. Like it may be because it's like time versus like if you get 40 G's in 6 months versus if you wait 2-3 years for the pension to get in 250, would you do it?
Props. I'll probably wait.
Could you tell us the
But
biggest?
there's no guarantee though, right? Or then all of a sudden you get divorced, your baby mama wants some money, and then you're
Brother.
like, 40K.
Brother,
might say-
I got a case for you, but off camera, brother.
So that's sometimes things that really happens, But as far as how I feel about that, I've learned like, hey, cada persona tiene su vida.
Yeah.
So you said earlier off camera, if we're gonna fall anywhere, fall at Walmart, not at Kroger. And is that why? Because Kroger takes longer. You have better.
My experience is
Walmart?
Kroger has a little bit more like do that. Walmart's a little bit more.
They got more money too.
Do
they?
They all have huge policies. Yeah, but I would like, it's just more so like going after companies that aren't as organized.
Too big to handle. So they just got shit everywhere.
They got stuff everywhere.
Oh, so Walmart's not too.
It's just they're more unorganized, right? People work there, they don't care so much. It's like, would you rather go to Chick-fil-A for customer service or Popeyes, right?
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A's having their
Popeye's
stuff
terrible.
together.
Just a chick just tapping on her hair and shit.
Good food.
What you
though.
want order?
What you
want
food
order?
though? Let me get phone, Quisha.
Yeah. My baby daddy bothering me. I ain't got time for this.
Yeah, I know, but great food though.
Great food, man. Something about that struggle, you know what I mean?
Oppression in that food.
They put it in there.
Is
They
there a
put it in the
Popeyes
chicken.
here right now?
Yeah, there is, but
Where's the
nobody
numbers?
ever goes to it. Though.
Why?
It's off of
I go
Cleveland
to
Highway.
it.
I go to it. I DoorDash it all the time.
Popeyes. Yeah, it's on Cleveland Highway next to a Kroger.
Popeyes or Bojangles?
Bojangles.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, Bojangles all the way.
Really?
more of a Popeyes guy.
It's
Well,
Bow Tie.
Popeyes
Bow Tie.
Bow tie.
seasoning. So then, you said you worked there for about a year, right at the first law firm you were at. Then what did we do before? Because you said you became independent, right?
So
what did you do in between? Yeah.
In between that, I worked for 2 different law firms, doing workers' comp, personal injury, learning the trade, worked for other people. I worked for another firm about 5 years before I opened up my own firm this year. And I loved it actually working there, except nothing better than keeping your own money and being your own boss. That's my thing. Yeah.
So how was the process of like opening your own law firm, being your own boss? You have to do certain steps as far like legally.
Yeah, you got to open up an LLC, go register with the bar, design a logo, doing all that stuff. Same thing
Get
you
one,
guys
of the,
did.
get one of those little
Market.
scales that they have in every single
Yeah.
law office.
Yeah, get a globe,
Globe.
a map, a dictionary.
There's random stuff up in there.
A Bible in case a Christian person walks
Oh, yeah,
in.
you gotta.
Hey, look at here, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ is gonna help us through this.
You think doing like all like
Just
work,
keep every religion a Quran.
you think working at the other places like giving you like the experience? You think that helped you out like in the long run?
Yes, because I learned from good attorneys around there. So, like everybody thinks differently. There's no one right way to do things, and people think differently. Like, or they talk to people a certain way. They talk to the other attorney a certain way. Because sometimes it's not about being confrontational. Sometimes it's about like, oh, hey, remember me, man? I was in the other case with you, and let's work together on this one. And then like, because they already know something's gonna happen. You're gonna get money, right? Or you're gonna go to court. We both know that, right? So sometimes it's about working with the other people instead of always fighting them. That's what the misconception. Like when I was doing DUI stuff, like I wouldn't know who the solicitor was. Like, yeah, you're gonna see that person all the time. Why are you gonna piss them off all the time?
Right.
All right. So now I got client number 1 here, and if I am cool with them from client number 1, he's gonna see me for client number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and all of a sudden I'm getting better deals.
So you build that rapport.
But then like say I mean, because like you're going in there defending them, right? So then I mean, as far as the judges, like, do you think they want more like I guess guilty cases and like
More sentencings?
yeah.
I mean, it depends where.
I mean, at the end of the day,
where you're at.
it's a business. They're trying to make money, right?
Not judges. Judges don't get paid like that. Judges don't care. But judges do get elected, though. So if they have a tough on crime aspect, then some people are going to vote for them, right? And if some people are like not tough on crime, they might not vote for them.
So like say I don't know, man, like just in this situation, this judge fucking hates DUIs.
You're drunk driving again, George. Yeah.
Right. But then like you're
In a
in there.
compilation of George asking about DUIs.
But you're in there, right? But like you're defending DUI people, like, and like he just fucking hates DUIs, and like you're just in there. Fucking,
Oh, so he feels like strongly about it.
yeah.
Yeah, there's things like that.
Yeah.
For sure. And you're like, damn, I got this charge. Because it's supposedly randomly assigned. So I got, damn, I got Judge Jones again. So,
Right.
you need to take the deal. Things like that. So that does happen, and that comes with experience.
Okay.
It's like, what judge do we got? You know what I mean?
That's one of the first
Like,
things you
damn
look
it.
at. Or like, which insurance company it is. Oh, which attorney is it?
Or how many offenses you already have. You know what I'm
That-
saying?
that
'Cause
matters
like,
too.
'cause like, bro, this is your first time. I could help you out. But damn, bro, this is your third time.
George,
you know?
this is your 7th DUI. Maybe you should stop driving. Bazo just came through.
He's a gypsy, and what was the other thing you said?
Jew gypsy.
Jew gypsy. He's a Jew gypsy.
Bazo, can you look up some defense cases, good ones or bad ones?
Oh.
And then we will go into.
So then, like, I guess, like, knowing your judge, do you know your judge, like, ahead of time? Or, like, where is it
Before you file it? Nah.
the day of?
Oh, you know it before you go in there, yeah.
Okay.
But like,
so
you
it's not
get
like,
assigned.
it's not like, oh, you're going to show up at the courthouse.
Nah.
And then it's like, hey, you got fucking Richard today.
No. You know. So then you know how to manage the case.
Okay.
And then your client, but the clients don't get that, right? They'll be like, abogado se vendió.
Yeah. But then you're like, oh man, it's a fucking judge. I can't fucking fight this guy.
They don't believe
this
it.
guy benches 400 pounds.
Now, obviously, I'm not saying that it's rigged or nothing, but there's things you know. Right?
So then,
what comes with experience.
Talk to me about opening up your own law firm and trying to like get your own clientele and choosing the personal injury.
So I kind of started doing this just when I started looking for a job when I moved to Atlanta. I loved it. You know, and one of the things I was telling you about is like I get to go after these insurance companies. I get to go after these bigger companies, which I enjoyed, and I also still represent people like me, or I don't know if I can still define myself as a working class person, but you know, people like that, immigrant community. I have a lot of Hispanic community clients, speak Spanish, English, all that stuff. Open up my own law firm, and it's not as hard as people think. Right? It's a business. It's still a business, except my business is running cases. But it was challenging, man. I had to go up and leave and do everything. And I was my own paralegal for a little bit. Now I have another paralegal. I hired another one. So
What's a paralegal?
Paralegals is basically a legal assistant. So they help me talk to clients, prepare the paperwork. And then there's different levels of paralegal experience. Some people could do my job for me. Other people maybe, or they're just answering phones. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Like did you ever have like the doubt? They're like, oh, once like no, you go first day, right? And like, did you already have somebody lined up, or like your first day you didn't have like any clients or anything?
So when I was at the old firm, I have clients, right? So what I did was, hey, you want to stay with me, stay with the firm, or go find somebody else. So I have to give them a letter. They have to sign whatever they want, and all of them stay with me. So thank God. Otherwise, that would.
So you already had some clients.
I already had like a cushion, right? So some people don't though. Some people
Do they frown upon that? Like they're like, no, he's taking our people.
Oh, the firm.
They like my old firm. Yeah. Nobody would like that, right? But you know. It is what it is. They did it to whoever they did it to.
Yeah. Then you gotta do your own thing. You gotta move on, man.
Yeah, and I'm still on good terms with them. I love working there, but
Dude, I have a question for you, man. It's kind of personal.
All right.
Oh, shit.
So in 2014, man, I was driving a taxi, and this is a real story. This is a real story.
It's gonna sound crazy, but it's real.
No, it sounds crazy already.
And I hit two pedestrians in an intersection, allegedly. We gotta say allegedly, right? And
Does that work, by the way? Saying allegedly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say it every single time.
anyways,
Well, maybe not about you though.
so they got money. They got money from the insurance company, but they said it wasn't enough. So they tried to sue me and my taxi company as well to get more money. I went into I did a deposition, like one deposition, and I never got a call back from these people. Did they just get rid of the case, or is this an ongoing case that I should still be like worried about?
So
insane. This is 2014.
2014.
That happens
No,
all
not
the time.
2014. Probably 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
all right. So how deep you guys want me to go in there?
Oh, as deep as you
Get
can.
deep, brother. Get deep.
So for you,
If we
I
need-
wouldn't worry about you like answering like straight question for you. I wouldn't worry about that. It's been so long. There's a statute of limitations going on. Even if the case is on there, they're not going to go after you because. Long story short, a lawyer is not going to go after money if there's no money there. So they probably look
Calvin
at you.
got mad money.
I don't want to say you
Calvin got
didn't have
mad
money in 2014, but not enough for somebody.
Not enough for an insurance company.
Not enough for a lawyer to go, right?
This is Kelvin's money. It's
Now,
30K.
That's it. Can they go after you? Like, let's say, Smith hits Ramirez, right?
Okay.
So Smith, you can go after Smith directly, but a lot of times they don't have enough money. As simple as that. If you got liability insurance, you probably don't have stacks in the bank. But let's be real, right? So that's what's happened there.
So, yeah. Because I remember when I did do the deposition, I was I bummed it, bro. I was like, oh, I have like a part-time job. I barely make money. I don't own a home. I don't own my car. Like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was obviously trying to make it seem like I don't have shit.
Yeah.
So you think that's what happened? Like they were like, well, this guy doesn't have shit, so we're not gonna sue him.
Yes, but they probably checked you.
You know, they did check me. They checked me at the door.
Yeah, check your vibes.
They
That's
checked me at the
funny,
door.
yeah.
Dude, I was making like the other person's lawyer laugh. That shit was crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I was in there just cracking jokes.
Lawyers are people too. If you make them feel good about themselves, you know.
Yeah, because they were
I'm
asking
like,
me
nah,
crazy.
he's cool. Let's not go after him.
Let's leave him alone.
They were asking me
That's
crazy.
the buy
They were asking me
check.
crazy questions, man. She was like, "Did you have your phone on you?" And I'm like, "I'm sure I did." And there's like, "Where was it?" And I'm like, "Probably in my pocket." And then she'd be like, "Which pocket?" And I'm like, "I don't remember that." Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know why though?
Why?
Because if you ever go into the actual hearing or the trial, they'll ask you the same question. And if you tell
Any
them a
little
lie,
things off.
hell yeah. So I went to court one time and it was a workers' comp case. And the dude in his deposition said, I took 2-3 steps and then fell, right? And in the hearing, he was like, I took 4 or 5 steps and then fell. And the judge like,
You're a liar.
Mm-hmm.
No, but like,
So that's why we ask those kind of questions. You're like, stupid ass lawyer asking me dumb ass questions.
Oh, and
We
then
know what we're doing.
at one point, the other person's lawyer pulled out a map and they were like, show me exactly on the map where the accident happened. And my lawyer was like, no, don't do that. Like he told me not to do it. Yeah, and I was like, oh, can't do it. Sorry.
was your lawyer? Was your lawyer wearing Tim's?
No, he was like this very old, like white guy, like white beard, kind of like Santa Claus a little bit.
You hired him directly?
No, my insurance company. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You hit somebody? How'd you hit him?
Allegedly, bro.
Allegedly hit somebody.
Allegedly, it was it was a busy day. I don't know. I don't want to keep talking about it.
What is it?
I think we should ask him after.
What do you think?
What the
You think I should comment on this on camera or
Hell
no?
no.
All right, then.
All right,
So,
now back
that's
to
$100 for you after this interview.
Now back to the question we had on the story about what's the
Rideshare apps.
what's the
Injuries in there.
the success rate of
So
rideshare?
I don't like answering that question about success rates. Like, who keeps track of that, right? Only if you're trying to sell. They're like, 95% of the time I win cases. Nobody does that, right? But the question is, can you actually go after the rideshare companies? And the answer is yes, but it's complicated because I don't know anymore whether they changed this, but it used to be that the Uber drivers didn't have to get commercial policies. They just get their own insurance. I got my own Progressive at Allstate, whatever. But you're actually doing business. So your policy says that you're not supposed to be conducting business on a personal insurance. So there was a loophole there back then when it first started. But there's been enough cases now where they kind of closed it off. So it's not about the success rate. It's about your time. Like, when did you do it? When was it happening? So now it's becoming a lot more easier to go to Uber back, because Uber was like doing little
loopholes.
Yeah. So they were shielding themselves from liability.
She's like, is the own driver's insurance that should take care of that.
Gotcha. So like, you tell me, what's the success rate for that? Like, you can't answer that question. Damn. Yes, sir.
All right, we got to get at least one business reel out of you, man. So if your main thing is slip and fall, right?
Nah, so I do work accidents, everything. Work accident, car accident, slip and falls, medical malpractice, dog bites.
Damn. All right, so let's go slip and fall, just for this.
All right.
Somebody slips at work, what is the steps that they should take as soon as this happens?
First thing you do is, if you go get treatment, if it's an emergency, go get an emergency. I always tell people to do that. Like, take care of yourself first. If it's at work, you got to report your accident as soon as possible. It doesn't have to be that day. It could be within 30 days, but as soon as possible. And it doesn't have to be written. You can call them up, you can text them, you can email them, but do it as soon as possible. That's it.
So that's first step. And then?
Mm-hmm. And then what's supposed to happen is your company is supposed to report it to the insurance company, and then you can get treatment. But really what happens is the company will just send you to a doctor randomly. But really they're supposed to show you this list, and you get to pick which doctor it is. And if they don't have that list, then you can go to whoever you want. Yeah. That's work stuff.
So basically, gather as much proof as you can, so you actually do have a case.
Well, when work accident's a little bit different. Unless you work for like a subcontractor or something in the fields, then those kind of cases can become hard because, like, let's say me and you are working on a roof and our boss dips out. So then
can George be our boss?
George could be. Hold
on, we're up there. Hey, boss, where you going?
Oh, I'm drinking. I'm gonna go drive a little bit. That's George.
I got a little driving juice. I gotta go.
Yeah, my boss had a couple beers, so he went for a drive.
And then he gets hurt, right? And then he doesn't believe you.
Nah, hey.
Or he doesn't want to believe you.
Hey,
Fuck you.
Sir, now that you're back from the bar, I actually got hurt from the job.
Hey, did you?
Yeah, I did. I fell.
Not today.
And then what happens is, like, they ask me, and I'm like, well, I don't know nothing about that. I'm about to lose my job for this one.
Hey,
usually when you say it like that, it's some soul. Like, I'm about to lose my job for this fool.
And that happens.
And then I call you.
And then you
And
call
then
me
we
up.
fucking sue George.
And then we sue George the hell out of
And
George. and his
I'll
company.
probably be like at the bar or something.
Serve you the bartender serves you your papers.
But one thing I want you guys to understand is that he doesn't defend himself. It's the insurance company that sends him a lawyer like they did to you.
Oh,
And the
what if
insurance
George is
company doesn't care.
what if George is a crooked construction worker? He doesn't have insurance.
And that's what I hate when that happens, because then there's no case.
Or what if I
you can
say I
sue
wanna-
him, but like,
For what?
For what?
He's a fucking drunk.
For his piece of shit truck that he drives everywhere drunk?
No bumper.
What do I say if I wanted to defend myself? I just go up to court and be like, yo, I'm gonna defend myself.
you could, yeah. Waste everybody's time. You can do that.
Would you defend yourself if you were in a case?
No.
You would also get a lawyer.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I'm too emotionally involved in what's going on.
That makes sense. That's very smart. Because me, I'm a lawyer. I would that guy.
No, what would you say earlier? Hey, yo, lawyer, you weren't even there. Shut the fuck
Is it
up.
honestly, Your Honor? Like, you weren't even there, so honestly, shut the fuck up. Dude. Like, dead ass, dude.
It works too. When saying it like that, it works every single time.
Yo, the success rate of somebody telling a lawyer to shut the fuck up
Yo,
is golden.
Like, dead ass? Like, I mean, I didn't even see you there, dude. Baza, what do we got?
You do have the code switch, though.
Code
switch.
Code switch.
Because I don't talk like an attorney all the time, but
Oh,
when you're in front of
yes.
the judge, you do have to like say
Yeah,
it.
no, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to be human. Can't always be objecting everything.
All right, so Basil's gonna
Or
have got a
objectifying
game over
everything.
here.
In my case.
Law or fall? Fact. It's kind of like fact or fiction.
Is this a law or is it a fall? Is that what
No,
it
it's
is?
gonna be a law, or is it like fall time, like activities you do?
George, shut up. Is it illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church? I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm supposed to answer you guys.
No, I guess we'll
Or
go.
we're gonna take turns.
All right.
Is it illegal to wear a fake? No. Why would that be? What does that? Does that mean?
It's a law.
I'm gonna say that's not a law.
Where would it be?
Huh?
What state would it be if it's not a law?
What state?
It's the two-part number.
What state you
Where-
think this
what-
is
yeah.
illegal if it was a law?
Oh,
okay.
Somewhere in Canada, for sure.
That's not a state, that's a different country.
Yeah, like
Alabama. It
That's a
is
law.
true.
You can't wear a fake mustache.
What does
in
that
church.
mean? What does that
Son of
mean?
a
What the hell does that mean?
bitch. You can't wear a fake mustache, like the little googly, like this, the disguise.
So you can't look like Steve Harvey and these. Like,
So if we say law, we have to say the state. But if we say fall, we don't have to say state because it's not a law.
nah, that was just for just that one.
Go ahead.
Women may not drive in a house coat.
Women may not drive in a house coat.
What's a house coat?
I think it's like a robe,
A robe.
like a robe you wear around the house.
They caught you
I'm
wrong.
gonna say that's not a law.
Not a law. It is a law in
Oh,
California.
California.
Wow.
Son of a bitch.
All citizens must own a rake. This is definitely a law.
That's definitely a law.
And this is a law. It's probably somewhere they have a lot of leaves. Where do they have a lot of leaves? Yeah,
Right here in the South.
Arkansas.
They have leaves here? A lot of leaves?
You did? Have you seen outside?
Have
or
you
no?
seen you got hella leaves there.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say somewhere. Let's say New Orleans. I feel like they have trees there.
Nolans, not Georgia.
Georgia. You said right here. I should have gone with you, man.
No, I'm a little.
You were in a tie,
Yo, I didn't have a rake for the longest time, bro.
sir.
It's me?
Yeah.
You cannot eat chicken with a fork. I'm gonna go, yeah.
What
Where?
state?
Who's bougie about the chicken?
Kentucky.
Cool. Because
Kentucky
of the
fried chicken.
Georgia.
Bro. So in Georgia they catch you without a rake, and
It's in Gainesville. It's like some of these laws are so old that they don't renew them.
Gainesville's all the chicken
so yo,
plants
if
are.
you eating chicken with a fork and you don't have a rake, bro, cops pull up
you
on
get
you.
tased?
You're done. You go to
Get
jail.
down. It's not against the law to make faces at dogs. It's not against them.
Nah, you kind of put that crazy.
No, it's not against the law. It's just saying like it's not a law.
Oh.
I guess that's a law. Probably like so it's United States, obviously. We're not doing international law. I'm gonna say North Dakota. Or one of the Dakotas.
Fuck! Illinois, and it's not a law.
It's not a law
No,
in
it is a
Illinois.
law.
It is a law.
It is a law.
Oh shit. It is illegal for a woman. Well, yo, I get all these women out here. It is illegal for a woman to drive a car unless her husband is waving a flag in front of it.
What? Yeah, what?
This is mad.
I'm gonna say yeah, and it's gonna be.
And it should be a law.
It's gonna be in the South, in probably. I'm gonna say Kentucky.
That's a good. Oh, Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Close.
So what does that even make? How does that even make sense? You have to. So back in the day, women would have to drive with their husbands waving a flag in front of the car.
I think
Because they were bad drivers. So
You gotta walk in front of the
It's
car.
it's
waving
funny
a
when they got
flag.
rights to drive. Like y'all can drive only if your husband is in front of the car waving a flag.
that's
That is
crazy.
That's mad.
insane.
All right, it is legal to keep a mule on the second floor of a building not in the city unless there's 2 exits.
Bro, what?
Bro, I have no idea what I read. You ever read some shit? You just don't know.
Two exits in the building, right?
I'm gonna say this
And
is
the mule on the second floor.
I'm gonna say this is a law, and I don't know where you have a mule at. I would say somewhere like in North Dakota.
Ooh, I like it.
Massachusetts.
Oh, so it's not a law.
No, it's not a law in Massachusetts or anywhere, I guess.
A man is allowed to run around with a shaved chest.
I hope so. I shave my chest.
Fuck.
Is it loud?
Yeah.
So if you walking around silky smooth, you go to jail. Just smooth ass chest.
Oh no, you go to jail if you got a hairy chest.
Yeah. California.
Nebraska.
So you can't
A fine of $25 can be
levied.
thank you for flirting.
For flirting?
I hope not.
What kind of cock blocking ass rule is this?
I would be in debt, brother. Let me tell you right
That's
now.
all you do
dude.
is flirt.
Yeah.
With men.
I'm gonna say true, and probably somewhere where it's like a prude state, like Connecticut or something.
Connecticut, New York.
New York.
Close, close.
They got you flirting in New York for $25.
That's
I feel
you,
like
B.
I feel like that's all they
That's
do in
you,
New York is
son.
flirt.
Yeah.
I stay flirting over there.
It is illegal to throw a snake at somebody, but it is illegal to shake a snake at somebody. Oh, it is legal to throw a snake at somebody.
Oh, you can throw the snake, just don't shake the snake before you throw it.
Hey, but you can throw that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, yeah, and then I'm gonna say it's in fucking Wisconsin.
Ohio,
It's
the
close.
potato state. Is it legal to lie down? It is legal to lie down and fall asleep in a cheese factory. Is this like the cheesecake factory
No,
or like a
just
cheese
cheese,
factory?
just
Cheese
cheese.
factory.
Oh, okay. This is definitely illegal in the state of what's the cheese? What's the
Wisconsin,
cheese? No. The Packers.
What's
Green Bay.
Green Bay? Yeah.
Well, what's the state? What's Green Bay? Massachusetts?
No, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin,
No, it's not Green Bay, Wisconsin. Is it Green Bay? Okay, Wisconsin.
South Dakota.
All that shit for nothing.
You're allowed to marry your house.
What is that? I hope.
No.
Like a physical thing? No, that has
Watch
to
it
be
be
illegal.
Georgia though.
That has to not be a thing.
Wisconsin.
You can marry your house.
Dude, people used to marry random shit back in the day, man.
One may not box with a kangaroo. Australia, this is false. Oregon.
There's kangaroos in Oregon?
You may have an ice cream cone in New York. Oh, in your,
In your
back pocket at any time. No, that is no, I know that.
I've heard of that.
That is true.
I've
It's
heard
in
of that.
Georgia, man. Alabama, fuck.
You're so sure.
Damn, that was crazy. Those are some crazy laws. We need to get back in the law book, man, and
I
get
don't
rid of this.
I don't understand that, man. Do you know every law ever?
No.
like what does like I don't know. What's like what do you well, I guess that's
How do you keep up with new laws?
You have to do
Because there's
12
new laws every day, right?
Yeah, but you have to only keep up. Well, not only, but
what pertains to your specialty,
yes,
right?
exactly. Yeah. So you have to, but you don't have to know it until it pops up, right? So like you asked me, if I was the first person who ever got a case against Uber, then there's no law, then I make law. So that happens sometimes too.
Oh, so
make
then it'd be
laws.
like
You make law by going to court.
you versus Uber. That'd be the law.
Well, yeah, and then
We're
and then-
quoting,
yeah,
my boy versus Uber.
exactly.
So talk to me about how you've done to build your clientele as far as like because you had people right that came over you from the original law firm you were working at, and then what have you done as far as like building your clientele?
Every
Bringing in
sing-
more people.
Every single attorney will tell you it's all who you know at first, because nobody knows you, right? So your friends, your family, their friends and family, who you play soccer with, who you go to church with, if that's what you do, who you used to drink with, they'll tell you, go see this guy. And then it starts building up from there. So the best kind of advertising, word of mouth, every single attorney will tell you that, right? If you make one good case with one client, they'll tell their theos, they'll tell their friends,
bro,
they'll
I
tell
had
everybody
this
that.
great. He got me out of my
Yeah.
8th DUI.
Word of mouth.
You
Word of
think
mouth. Other than that, you try to do social media stuff, and nowadays social media or Google and stuff.
you think like having like a million billboards like that Glinda whatever her
Hell
name
yeah.
is. And like she'll have
Why
like
you shit on Glenda, bro?
no, I mean because she literally has a billboard right underneath her billboard. And the only thing different says se habla español.
Yeah,
It's the same exact thing.
Yes, that works. 100% works. But how much is your billboard?
Yeah, because
500,000
she's
bucks a month?
everywhere.
Yeah, so she's spending stacks on that. But yeah, hell yeah, it works.
But she probably making it back, right?
100% she's making it back. And then some. You know, that's why she only had some at first around here, right?
Yeah, and then
Now
it's
you
just-
can't escape her.
Yeah, everywhere, man. You'd be like down in the Lonely Road. You see a Dollar General. You see a Glinda Mitchell.
You know what are my favorite lawyer things when they have like they're outside and then like they'll be like I'll be the lawyer and they'll be like, this is George and I just got off George off 3 DUIs or something like that.
Yeah.
And then George is just standing there awkward as hell. Yeah.
Going for my 4th, bro. Going for my 4th.
It's like Super Bowl rings. Man.
So how do you decide that? How do you decide what kind of content to make for social media?
Oh man, me, I'm a marketing guy. Because I'm a little older than you guys, and I was in the cusp between, like, I remember when Facebook, you had to have an EDU to get on Facebook. So you couldn't just get on there, edu.edu. You had to have
it's like a birth control device.
ID something. But
UDI.
no, you have to have an email for school. You had to have an email.
Because it was only for colleges.
Yeah, only for college students.
Yeah,
right?
I do remember that.
That's back in the day,
Yeah.
right? So I'm a little bit in between social media, so I have to force myself to be out here making these videos.
We need to get back to that, man. Get some of these fucking tias off Facebook, brother.
Oh, it's pretty crazy.
Too many. Yo, your uncle on Facebook is wild, bro.
His uncle is
Dude,
wild.
you don't even got a picture or anything.
Yeah.
No, so this is crazy, right? So his name's Adon Ramos, and then his uncle's name Adam Ramos. But would you think, seeing both of these pages, you just think, oh, I'm gonna change my last letter of my first name and I'm gonna use a burner account and just say random shit?
So his real name is not Adam.
It is Adam.
Very plausible.
Okay.
No, but it's Adon with a fake account.
No, it's not me. It is my uncle. My uncle's crazy. He just does. He thinks like when he responds like shit like on like comments, which is public, but he just doesn't understand that concept. Or it's not just a DM to me, it's a public. Everybody's gonna see this.
We did a video for Mariscos El Camarón, and where we for Black Friday.
Shout out to the Cub.
So they're running
shout out to
deals
the
all
Cub.
week. So Adon did Tuesday. No, Adon did
Wednesday.
Well, you did
I
Tuesday,
did Tuesday.
then Wednesday, and then I did
Friday,
Black Friday, right? And I'm like, and on Black Friday we're doing this and this. And his comment was like, "Wow, classic, making the black guy say the Black Friday line."
No,
Wow.
he's like, the black guy said the Black Friday line. He's like, good.
Then he's like, good. He's like, how you been, chamaquito? And I'm like, this is not. This is public, brother. This is public.
You guys should do like a whole. You should reply to him.
Just a whole conversation there.
And then like was your ex-girlfriend at one point too.
Yeah.
She posted up a picture, right? It was just like her doing her own thing. It's been a couple years they broke up. He's like, hey, where's my nephew at? He was like, why ain't my nephew there with you?
Dude, but yeah, I feel like y'all be on that Facebook shit heavy. Like y'all be wilding on Facebook.
What does that mean?
Like,
What does
cause I
that mean?
remember, like, cause they rarely tag me on shit because I'm never on Facebook. But I remember one time this person literally posted, "Hey, I'm looking for somebody that could do neon signs."
Oh no, you do that though.
And then I think who you added? Did you add Griffin or Griffin added you?
I probably added Griffin.
Oh look, that's the,
there it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
run
yeah.
it.
So it was the comments like, so the black guy announces Black Friday. Good. How you doing, chamaquito, my nephew?
Dude, can you
No picture. Like
can you find the neon sign one, dude? The neon sign one is
Oh, no, it's
hilarious,
gonna be
dude.
deep.
I don't know. I don't know how you'll find that.
Yeah.
But
It was-
who tagged who first?
I don't know, man. It's just a funny thing me and Dawn do sometimes, It'll be like the Dawn page, like what's going on, Dawn? Somebody's like, oh, I'm looking for somebody who does veterinarian work for my dog or something, and then he'll be like, Griffin. He's like, oh, you still do the veterinarian stuff? And I was like, nah, brother. I was like, not after the accident that happened.
And just anything. And they're looking for anything. I'm like, oh, he's a lawyer. Who needs a landscaper? I'll just always at George. It's never things that he can actually do.
And then like I'll randomly do the same thing back to him. And then there's one time we got Kelvin in it, but it was
Yeah,
deep. That's
it's
deep
just
in
the
there.
neon sign. What's insane though? I remember then you were like, "Oh no, I sell houses now" or something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, and then we're like a whole like, no, let me talk about
No,
this.
about this vacation.
This timeshare.
So then they run a whole timeshare vacation, and then he texts me and he's like, "What do you think, Kelvin? You think we could do this?" And I'm like, "Well, you know what, man? You throw a neon sign and you call it a deal."
But no, we're just be trolling shit.
yeah, really bad.
And this
man.
poor lady just wanted a neon sign for her daughter's room.
Yeah.
Have you seen the results of doing the social media, the advertisement and the marketing there?
It's too soon, man. I just started doing it.
Oh,
Just
really?
Literally started doing it. Like the first 6 months of my office, I was like, I need to find an office, I need to find a paralegal, I need to find all this other stuff. And I didn't really start doing anything until maybe then I had shoulder surgery in August.
I saw the video when you were like talking about. Like,
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't lift it. Yeah, all the way.
Yeah, how far can we go? So like, show me your good one.
A good one?
Good one, just a proper.
Oh, so you can't even raise your hand?
Nah. I can't object with this one.
I can't object. Yeah.
That's crazy. Our second game is Simon Says.
Oh, yeah. I'm losing that one.
Let's do this.
I can't wait to be able to do that.
So what happened to your shoulder?
Nah, dude. I just rotator cuff right here.
Oh, the classic.
You clothesline somebody?
Yeah.
Bar fight. You're an athlete, right? Played like that throughout.
Yeah, I wish I
soccer
had a
and
cool
stuff.
story. It was not a cool story. I just pulled something like that, and I heard it pop, and I was like, okay,
Bro,
it's gonna go.
Yeah,
away.
you need to start lying about that.
Most of the time, it's
I
never.
don't have a sexy story.
yeah, get a better story, bro.
Most of the time, for like injuries like that, it's never like a good story though. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
never like, oh, I was out. Like, it's usually like, bro, I fell and like that was
when
it.
you pulled your hammy.
I was just working out, just sprinting.
Just sprinting. Yeah.
I was sprinting and I just heard a pop, and I didn't realize like it was like an actual pop. I heard and I felt, and immediately fell to the ground, and it was awful, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just took some steroids about it. Really, that's all I did.
And now you're stronger.
Yeah, but I was heavier too. That's probably a lot what it was.
How so as far as like the marketing and everything like that, how'd you end up like choosing who you went with?
So I saw somebody else that I knew was doing like a lot of videos and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. I like the way he does it. I was like, who are you using? And that's what ended up happening.
Okay, so kind of like what you were saying about
Word of
like,
mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody's doing a good job, then you like reach out to that person. So hopefully I'm doing a good job and people reach out to me. But the one thing about me is I've never posted like, yo, I'm a lawyer. A lot of people growing up were like, oh, you're a lawyer? I'm like, yeah, dude. I just don't promote myself like that. So now I have
Do they
to
treat
be
you
out here.
different after?
Not the people I know, but people I don't know. They're like, oh, no.
You feel like you have to be some kind of like way.
I did. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No. Well, I mean, as far as like meeting someone like that is a lawyer, you feel like you have to be some kind of way.
I used to feel that way, especially growing up. Going from working at Shaw to being a lawyer, and I'm like, oh damn, I guess I'm the one supposed to be out here saying stuff on behalf of the other people. So at first it was like that, but now I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I was about to say some rude shit, but I'm gonna keep it.
Like to elaborate on that, do you ever find yourself like debating like in regular conversations too much, and you're like, shit, I'm being a lawyer right now?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, dude. He battled me for this table.
Yeah,
he was battling me for the host of this fucking show. That's what he was doing.
You see, I don't notice it. I'm just so used to like, because what happens is if you're in a courtroom and se te pasa algo, something goes by, you don't be like, oh, Judge, man, I forgot to say something.
By the way, what you said earlier, I had a really good argument.
Yeah. No, you have to be on the spot. Like, oh, I objected. Like, oh, no, by the way, no. That's not what I said. Don't misquote me. Or you're like, oh, that's not what my client said. Or when they pull the map out and you're looking on your phone like, oh, shit, I should have said, say nothing about that.
Here's my fucking dumbass. Oh, I hit him right there.
Yeah. When you first start your career, you're like, oh, should I say something? And then after a while, you're like, hell yeah.
It's better to
my
say,
job is.
It's better to say it than to regret it later.
Yeah, so it's hard to switch off. I will say that. Oh, sorry if I...
Oh, no. Not a bad thing. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, and people aren't used to that,
Yeah. But I guess it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, I like it. Like, be more direct. Because, like, I mean, I love that. Talking to somebody and they're kind of like timid or like they don't want to like say what's on their
just
mind.
Just unsure. I just getting someone that's sure.
You can say fucking bananas are purple or some shit. I'm gonna believe you just the way you say it, just because of how you're talking.
Yeah.
But
what if he told you to stop drinking and driving? Would you stop?
Nah, bro. That just runs my blood. That just runs my blood. I gotta do that. It's a heritage, not
not illegal.
No, it's just in my blood. Bro.
Have you seen that video when they tell people that drinking and driving is gonna be illegal
back
now?
in the day?
Yeah, that video was insane, bro.
But I guess this isn't America.
It was like a newscast, and like they're walking around. The anchor's like, how do you feel about where you can't drink and drive anymore? He's like, well, this is goddamn America. I thought I could fucking do whatever I want.
I thought it was a free country.
Yeah.
Next thing they're gonna tell you can't be your wife anymore.
Earlier you said you have to turn like off like the lawyer mode and like on like and all that stuff. Like what changes when you turn it on? Like the way you speak. Like do you like
it's just like I don't know if I can change the way I speak anymore, but like when somebody says something wrong or you have an opinion, like you don't have to always say it. Like sometimes like you're just like, ugh. You don't have to be right. You don't have to always give your opinion. You don't have to always argue.
Right.
You don't have to always argue. At first, you're like, oh yeah, this is practice. Yeah, but now,
but like, yo, we're trying to eat.
I'm
dinner.
getting better at that. I could still be better at that.
So like you don't like change your voice or anything, get more proper.
You do code switch though. I don't say "foo" in court.
I feel like you talk different when you're at work.
No,
customer service.
You definitely have to talk different.
Yeah, I mean, because like at work, I don't even tell the like people I work with that I got a podcast, and like at work I'm fucking serious. Like they just see me, they're kind of like,
you're the jefe.
Yeah, but then I hear I'm just fucking loose cannon, drink and drive. Allegedly.
So tell me, man, before we ready to close this out, what is something you really wanted to nail at home? Really tell the audience, tell everybody about you and why they should go to you with any kind of accidents. Will you dropping anything soon? Anything going on? Please. The floor is yours, brother.
I will say I am not the best at self-promoting. So, but I will say I appreciate anybody who gives me a call. Call me up. I have a nice cheesy number like all these guys do, 877-7 Orantes. That's my phone number, all right? My office is in Atlanta, but I get a lot of clients from up here in Dalton, Calhoun, because where I'm from. The big thing is I love working with my clients, especially the more they are like me, the more I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna help you out, you know. So I'll do my best for anybody. Hit me up. Get in a car accident, work accident. I'm here. I'm here to help.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll leave you with
Oh, my name, by the way. I haven't said my name one time. My name is Cesar Orantes.
Cesar Orantes.
Yeah, my law firm's Orantes Law Firm. So
That's strong. That's a strong name.
All of that,
Cesar Orantes.
all of that will be in the description, brother. We have your ads and everything. Kelvin,
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Stanley Oni Boys. Stanny's coming pretty soon. And we leave you with this video of when
people found
drinking
out.
and driving. Actually, since drinking and driving has been a main point here, we leave you with this.
Right. Real quick, real fast. We need 100 and I think 29 subscribers now for YouTube to get a K. So do that, please.
Thank you.
We leave you with this video of when DUIs became legal, and then you can kind of comment on this after.
Drinking and driving here is viewed by some as downright undemocratic.
It's kind of getting common is when a fella can't put in a hard day's work, put in 11, 12 hours a day, and then get in your truck and at least rank 1 or 2 beers.
At least 1 or 2, brother. That's what he wants.
When you want to.
You got a baby in the car.
No car seat in the front seat. Oh, that she's in the car seat.
Pretty soon.
Communist country.
Oh,
Sad
as
America.
always, baby, we are the Stanley Only Boys podcast. See you next week.
God bless America.